Hello and welcome to the Isabelle and Jeremy show. I am Jeremy and this is Isabelle.
Oh, really?
And this is our show.
Nice to meet you.
If you are not already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Spotify channel and hit that like button.
And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Going to be a lot of giggling because we crack each other up.
Fuck. Well, we think we're funny.
We do.
I don't know if anyone else will. But.
Some will. Some have already said that. Others will be like, you idiots. Even better. So this is more of an official welcome, isn't it?
Yes, because you forced me to film the other one.
I did. But I think it was good because it broke the ice, didn't it?
A little bit.
And we got a lot of good feedback on it.
Did we?
I think so.
I don't know.
Oh, then even better. Welcome. So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, this isn't like a podcast or an episode based on a topic today. This is just a little hello. But yeah, people may have noticed we've been a little bit M.I.A. this year so far. There's a few reasons for that.
Yeah, we've had a lot going on in the background, haven't we, Isabelle? Sorry, Jeremy. You're Jeremy, that's
I am
right.
Jeremy.
Far out. What a beautiful Jeremy. Pink dress. So yeah, what's been going on? Why have we been MIA? Fill in the audience.
Shit, so much.
Good stuff, bad stuff?
A bit of both.
Good always comes with bad, bad always comes with the good, yeah?
Yeah. Well, last year was phenomenal for us.
Unbelievable.
So I think we were like due for some bad shit to happen.
We're on a high, weren't we? I think that's massively common for the viewers out there. There's got to be bad with good. Like that's how you get better. It's just
it makes you appreciate the good.
It does. So let's tell the audience, like especially a lot's happened to you this year, and I've just have you got a good support network?
I have you.
Isabelle is such a good support network, isn't she?
Okay, enough with the reversal.
Okay, I'm Jeremy.
Yes.
So yeah, what's happened? Because there's been lots going on for you. Good or bad first?
Bad. Let's go bad.
Ooh. Finish with the good.
I always like the bad news first.
It's like me. Eat the veggies first and then get the meat in because it's better for me. Go.
That was the other way around. I used to eat my meat first and then my veggies.
Weird. That's why we get along. Opposites attract, right?
All right. I guess we started 2021 off with a bang because we had a New Year's Eve party. A few things went wrong with that.
It was awesome. It was an awesome night.
It was a good night, but people kept fucking hurting themselves. So every time I started to really get into it, someone would hurt themselves and I have to go full mum mode.
What happened? If you haven't seen the video, what happened?
The big thing that happened?
Oh, there was a couple. Start with the smaller ones and then lead in. What happened on the jumping castle?
Well, someone slammed into the side and these sunglasses fucking scratched his forehead open.
that was pretty minor in comparison.
But before that, literally 5 minutes before that, someone picked up some really heavy dumbbells in the gym.
Oh, was that before?
And tried to be a hero and fell backwards and then sliced his hand open and
Rob,
had to get stitches.
if you're watching, what are you doing?
Yeah, because I finished dealing with that situation and then I was like, yes, I can start partying again. And then someone split their head open on the jumping castle. I was like, fuck.
At least he was having a crack. And then the big event of the night, it was a phenomenal night. So much fun. Obviously, when you're hosting a party, you're kind of trying to keep everyone happy and make sure people aren't hurting themselves because you feel liable. We had security, we had a DJ, we had it all. It was an amazing party, and we were pretty proud of how it turned out. And we had a lot of helping hands as well. But that last 24 hours, or even kind of the day of getting organised for New Year's Eve, was crazy.
Yeah.
So amazing party. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. It's not on this YouTube channel, is it? We'll throw it on there though, yeah?
Maybe.
We'll throw it on there so you can see it. It was cool. It's just a little short snippet of the night.
Yeah, but that doesn't show
doesn't show the events of the night.
No, it doesn't show the bad shit.
So what happened? What was the big one?
Well, someone
Scotty
set off a firework and went into his face.
2 fireworks. Lit the first one, and he was pretty lit.
He was trying to light the second one whilst the first one was on, and it went
because the second one didn't
forehead.
catch on straight away, so he didn't realize, because I think when you're drunk your judgment's a little bit slower, so the second one, kaboom, and he was very lucky. He took out his eye, blood everywhere, to hospital, but luckily he's still beautiful, very attractive man, so he's still attractive, luckily. Whew. So yeah, that happened. So that was I guess 2021 in the making.
Yep. And then really early on in January, we got a very serious text message and email from my father, who had somehow found out about my OnlyFans business and decided to disown me.
Us.
Or disown us.
But especially...
Basically telling us to change our surnames and return every gift he has ever given us. So we kind of ignored it because, I mean, how do you respond to something like that? I think I replied and he's like, don't ever speak to me again. So I was like, okay, I won't. That's fine. You do you. And then we kind of pushed that to the side, went down to Melbourne to visit your grandma because your grandma was very sick.
Yep.
On the way to Melbourne, the whole Jetstar fiasco happened.
For those of you who haven't seen it, it was on Isabelle's old Instagram, which we'll get to. Well, maybe you can post it on your new one again, because I've got footage. I've got footage.
I don't really care.
What happened? You can see there's a few events unfolding already.
Well,
this is the bad.
If you Google my name and click news stories, you can read all about it because it's 5 pages full of news articles about it.
So that was pretty...
That was pretty hectic because we were dealing with that the whole time we were in Melbourne, because it was like constant interviews and like radio shows and like dealing with all the hate, and that was full on. And then while we were there, you weren't able to see your grandma.
No, COVID struck 2 kilometres from where she was, so I couldn't see her. And unfortunately, in the time that passed when we came back up to Queensland and then we went back, or we were trying to go back, she actually passed. So unfortunately, I didn't get to see her. And all of this is easy to speak about now because this has been a few months and there's been so many other things going on that have taken our attention away. But I guess with you and your dad, you can smile and talk about it now, but obviously it's still, for the viewers watching, it's still pretty raw and hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's go back to Melbourne though.
Oh, okay.
Because while we were in Melbourne, whilst we were dealing with your grandma and the Jetstar thing, we got an official letter from his lawyers saying that if we didn't return all the items, that he would report them stolen to the police.
Which kind of doesn't make sense, really.
No, it doesn't. And he has no grounds of retracting a gift. It's a gift. Unless you put conditions on it, then it's not a gift.
Would you guys go to a birthday party and then 5 years later ask for a gift back? Probably not. Most people wouldn't. Some people may, but yeah, it's pretty interesting.
And then what else happened? The day after we got back from Melbourne...
So while we're telling you all this stuff too, so many people are asking what's been happening. So here it is.
Oh, you're not posting as much. You're not like, nah.
But also people love the drama, so they want to know.
A lot of shit. Okay, so the day after we got back from Melbourne, we were driving to Sanctuary Cove, and I got pulled over by the police.
Who was driving?
I was driving. My pink Mercedes, which I'm sure you have all seen.
That's why she's wearing a pink dress.
It's my colour. And they proceeded to tell us that Jeremy had allegedly done a burnout in my car on Australia Day, and that someone had tipped them off and they had received a bunch of complaints about my car. So they proceeded to give Jeremy a fine. And we were like, oh, okay, that's not that bad. I mean, we're not acknowledging the fact that he did it or not. Like, we're not...
We didn't admit to doing it.
We didn't want to...
We didn't see any footage of doing it.
And then they were like, oh, yeah, and we're impounding your car for 90 days.
So for all of you asking, that's what happened.
So that's why it went missing. And then we kind of like accepted that because the problem was my car was in a company name for finance reasons. But my father is the sole director of that company. So for me to get early release of my car, I would have to get approval from my father. And the car was one of the items in the legal battle. So I didn't want to make him aware of the fact that it was impounded.
Now let's just backtrack too. Did he originally ask for that back or not?
No, he didn't.
No. So he just asked for one of the jet skis that wasn't a gift, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next day he changed his mind and said, I want this, this, this. Oh, and the life jackets. So yeah, the car was impounded. And then we had a few fallings out with people and just drama over no reason. And
let's go into that a little bit more. When we came to Gold Coast, we very quickly got into a new scene, a lot of new friends, and it was party season. I don't even like to say that, it was party season, and we connected with so many people. And sometimes you make friends, and sometimes you don't. And we'd made a lot of friends, but I'd call them party friends. So we had quite a few that we had to disconnect from because there just wasn't similarity in values. So I think we had I guess you could call it fallings out, but I just don't think we saw eye to eye once we were out of the party scene as well. There's more to it, but yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so that happened. And then I had to deal with some medical issues.
You did.
So that was fun.
She's had a lot going on.
And then your grandmother passed away. So we had to fly back to Melbourne for that.
Yeah. And that was pretty sad because we had all this other background stuff going on. So until I got to Melbourne, I didn't deal with it at all, did I? I found out 2 minutes before we went in for dinner with my best mate. We were up in Townsville for his birthday. So I kind of pushed it aside because I knew Grandma would want to. And then we didn't get to deal with it because we had all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
And got to Melbourne and bang, it just hit me. And I was like, bawling my eyes out. I was like, I'll be there. I'll support my mum. And I was like, man, I was just beside myself. So is there anything else? What else happened? It's been a whirlwind, huh?
Then my Instagram got deleted. My second TikTok account got deleted.
His TikTok, I swear, your second TikTok, what did you post?
I didn't post anything. I literally didn't post anything on there.
Yeah, bizarre.
It's just...
They're all linked.
Social media
linked.
hates me.
They're all linked. Obviously, the Instagram, you had some warnings for the OnlyFans stuff, and that's
not that many.
Nah, but I guess it's hard to control.
It's a personal thing.
Yeah.
And then so I actually did apply for early release of my car, but on the basis that I was the main driver.
Which you have been for how long?
Which I have been since the car was purchased from Mercedes.
Who purchased it? Who paid the deposit?
We did.
Ah.
The number plates were my initials. The car was pink. My name was on the side of the car. Like, it's obviously my car. And then they actually denied the application on the basis that they called my dad to seek approval. And of course, knowing what was happening with all of that, he said, no, it was a gift that I have reneged and she cannot have the car back. So he went and picked up the car from the impound lot.
This is where it gets juicy.
Well, he thought that we wouldn't find out, but I found out. And he has shipped the car back.
What happened though? What happened with that whole car thing?
So Queensland Police sent me an email, and the email said, blah, 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 contact the impound lot to arrange an appointment to pick up your car. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I called them, and they were like, the car was picked up yesterday. And I was like, oh.
So it actually kind of got approved. It was really weird.
The email itself said it got approved, but then the actual letter attached said it was denied.
So you were getting a pedicure at the time, weren't you?
Yeah. So I called up, and I was so excited. And they were like, yeah, it's gone already. And I was like, oh, interesting. So we put out some stories about the car being taken without my consent, which it was. And yeah, it's been shipped back to Melbourne.
We're lucky that we got a pretty big network, so we got eyes and ears everywhere, and we know exactly where the car is.
He thinks he's being really sneaky.
We saw it. Sorry, we didn't, but people have reported it in a few different places. So thank you so much if you're watching for really helping keep an eye on it. It's back in Melbourne. We know exactly where it is. We're not going to say anything.
No.
But yeah, where's your head at with the car now? So what have you decided?
Well, even like before the car was taken from the impound lot by my father, I decided that I didn't want that bad energy. So whenever the legal case was finished, I would sell the car and get a new car, because I just didn't want that, bad energy looking at that car and just remembering all the fucking shit times.
There was some good times too.
There was a good times, but yeah, I just
we're going to create better times and put it in our company.
Yes.
Ooh, what does that mean? Is that time where we like say what we're doing now?
I don't know if you want to.
Well, as you guys probably know, a lot of you who are probably listening and watching this follow us on socials already. We got into bug life recently. We got a buggy, and that's been amazing. But what are we doing? Fun. What's the plan with, I guess, replacing it?
Well, I'm definitely upgrading. I'm not replacing with the same car. That's fucking stupid.
Are you going to give away what you're upgrading?
No.
Oh.
But it will be pink.
What about me? What am I going to get?
Yes, we are going to get you a new car.
Are we already in the market?
Oh yeah.
Have we already got wheeling and dealing going on?
Yes, we do.
What is it?
They can wait and see.
Oh, you can wait and see. She likes the suspense. I love a secret, but I also like to tell.
I like the mystery.
See, I like a secret when it's for me, like Christmas presents. I don't want to know. But then when it's something like this, because I'm buying it.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, I'm buying it. It's like we're buying it. I want to tell everyone.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. I mean, we've traveled a lot. We started a company. We've got like cars coming. We've got a buggy. We started a podcast.
Yep.
We've got all these business ideas that we're working on behind the scenes. And I mean, there's a lot of good stuff, but yeah, so far this year's
there's been heaps of bad,
so
but
hectic.
I think it's cool because it's teaching us to become a hell of a lot stronger. Yeah. And I think some of the biggest takeaways from this that now we can kind of give back to you, because this has been a lot about us right now, and I always like to give back, is with all of this stuff that's going on, the most important thing is support. Having a network, but also then how you react, like, and what you do to get through it. So what's been the hardest thing for you? Because I don't want everyone to think that it's been easy. It definitely hasn't. That's why we've been quiet, because there's been days when you're teary, we're stressed, I'm angry. What's your advice for the viewers? Because this is massive, and family sometimes will be the number one people to support you, but they'll also be the number one people to like pull you down. The
first people to say, "Oh, do you actually want to do that? Do you think that's the best idea?"
Which is good. But there's always another side to it. They'll be probably in most cases, traditional families especially will be like, you shouldn't do that. Like, that's stupid. How many times have you heard that? Yeah. Especially Isabelle comes from a very traditional family.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I can really speak on like how to deal with bad stuff happening and how to deal with stress, because to be honest, I'm probably not coping the best. Like, for the most part, I'm okay. But when I actually stop and think about what's actually going on, I break down. But yeah, I think just trying not to think about it. I know that's not very good advice because then you
what do you mean by
implode.
That? What do you mean trying not to think about it?
Just focus on the good that's going on in your life. Surround yourself with people that make you happy. Do things that make you happy, and try not to let the bad stuff consume you.
Yeah. So when you're saying focus on the good, that's gratuity, really. That's being grateful for what you do have, because there's always going to be something bad or something that you don't currently have. And it's very difficult for me, from my side, obviously seeing the person I love and my wife going through it. I think the only beneficial part is that I actually, most people who are watching me or listening to me who know me, know that I'm happy-go-lucky most of the time. But there's one thing I do love, and it's confrontation. When I know someone's doing wrong, like who honestly would press charges against their own daughter and take legal action
because of a career choice.
Yeah. It's not like, and the sad thing is, I guess, it's control. Is that right?
It is, absolutely. He's a very controlling person. He's a high D personality, and he's not in control of me.
If you're an ice addict,
financially, emotionally, he is not in control of me anymore, because I used to work for him for 10 years. But now the only way for him to take control is to sue my ass. And I think I didn't talk about this while it's been happening. I think the biggest reason was I was kind of protecting him. I didn't want to let people know what he was doing, because it's fucking stupid and it's an embarrassment. But now I'm past the point of protecting him. I don't give a fuck. He's doing something wrong, so people need to know about it.
And do you think you'll have a future relationship with him now after what he's done?
No. He burnt those bridges.
Yeah. And I guess he's had some opportunities to retract what he's done.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you sent him a birthday message. I sent him a photo of some flowers that I placed on his mother's grave on the anniversary of her passing. We didn't get a response. He just is continuing with the legal letters, and happy days.
So I guess, is that enough about what's been going on now? What do you think?
I think so.
I think so. That's a really, if you've got more questions, put a comment below on the YouTube. I don't know about Spotify. You know all of this. You're the tech girl.
No, not on Spotify.
Not on Spotify. Or just send us a DM on socials if you've got any questions, and we'll fill you in. Like, we're so honest and transparent. We want to give back to people, and there's no kind of point, unless it really upsets Isabelle, she might not let everything out, but we're very honest. If you haven't seen a podcast we were just on, we really opened up about some topics in relation to OnlyFans. And talking on OnlyFans, there's around 450k creators in the world. Is that right?
Yeah.
Approx?
I think that was in January this year.
There you go. So that was in Jan. And we're in the top 0.1%. Maths wise, what does that mean, Isabelle? You're the strong suit with maths.
So we are in the top 450 creators worldwide.
Approx.
Which is not a lot of people.
No. But now we're not telling you that to like pump our trumpets and like to fill our heads up.
No, but I think people need to understand, because I've had DMs like, oh, well, why don't you just stop OnlyFans, and then maybe your dad will speak to you and blah, blah, blah. What?
There's a few reasons.
I shouldn't have to. It is my business. It is my career choice, and for a couple of reasons, I'm not going to stop. I shouldn't have to stop for my dad to forgive me.
Definitely not.
I think I wanted to speak about all the stuff that's happened this year, because we have been M.I.A, but now...
Yeah, we're finally settled.
We're back.
We are. We've been, back on Goldie for coming up to 3 weeks.
Yeah, the first week, it was just like...
Deload, de-stress.
We just needed to like be by ourselves for a week and do nothing and just...
Yeah. What's a computer thing? Defrag. Just defrag, yeah. Which is important. You've got to defrag your mind sometimes and reflect on the events of Jan, Feb, March 2021. So what's going to come up? This is, as we said, a little bit of a not an impromptu welcome.
No, this is the official welcome.
This is the
we have our sign.
We do. So what's coming up? Like, what are we expecting in the next... when are we posting? How often are we aiming on posting?
I'm planning on posting a new episode every Friday morning. It's Friday then.
Now, when you say Friday morning, I guess you're talking our time.
Yes.
Let's just say Friday for everyone.
What are we? Australian Eastern Daylight Time?
Yeah, Queensland time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Brisbane time.
AEST, I think.
No, I think we're AEDT.
District
time. We don't have daylight savings.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So,
Google
what are some of the things we're going to... Because we mentioned this in the last kind of impromptu. What's coming up?
What is coming up?
I know what I want to speak about first because there's just so many questions.
Yes. What do you want to speak about?
Definitely what we're doing right now because we're killing it. Like, we're freaking it at the moment. Like, so many people come to us. It will be our OnlyFans business.
Yes.
Like, it's just, we're doing it so well and it is a business and you have to treat it like a business and there's marketing and all of the stuff that goes along with any business because a lot of people don't see this as a business. And if they're working in it, treat it as a business, which means they're generally not going to be successful.
Yeah.
So that's something massive I want to touch on.
If you want our next episode to be purely about OnlyFans as a business, give this video a thumbs up.
Ooh, cool. Other stuff we're going to talk about?
Well, I mean, we did touch on the last episode, if you can even call it an episode. You obviously know your shit about health and nutrition and all that good stuff. So you can talk about that. And then we constantly get asked for relationship advice, business advice.
So we're going to delve into a lot about that. The business stuff is going to be cool because even like one of our super close mates recently didn't even realize you were in property development for 10 years.
No.
Yeah. No. So Isabelle...
I think I don't open up to a lot of people. So I think a lot of people just see me as some dumb Instagram bimbo. It's true. I think they do.
You're an OnlyFans now.
I'm an OnlyFans model.
It's interesting when we do polls on our, questions on our Instagrams. So many of the questions are about that because everyone generally lives on the moment in social media, and it's like the picture you see in front of you is generally what you then assume of someone.
OnlyFans has become our identity.
Yep. And that's just at the moment. Like, there's heaps of other stuff going in the background. And
it's
why
just
is it
one small facet of who we are and what we do.
So we're going to go so deep into you, aren't we? We're going to make you open up. Yeah, we are. We are because I think there's so much for you guys to learn because there's a lot of knowledge and there'll be a lot that's coming in regards to you and other people. Yeah, that's the last part.
We're going to have lots of guests on here.
We've got so many people.
We're going to talk about everything.
We are.
Everything.
Yeah. And people, someone messaged me, maybe it was this morning. You'll probably be watching this because I know you watched our last little impromptu one and our Frank one when we jumped on Frankie Lee's podcast. Not telling. Secret.
Fuck. I thought you don't like secrets.
I do. So, you're not finding out. So there's going to be a lot of different guests, heaps of people we've got, and we don't want to have like a set structure of people, do we? No. I
want to keep this fun and lighthearted. I don't want it to be too serious and too structured and So it's just a conversation. It's a filter-free conversational podcast. Like it's.
Can people put in the comments as well?
Yeah. What
they want to hear?
Absolutely.
So why'd you choose to do it then? I want to know. Why'd you choose the Isabelle and Jeremy show? Yeah.
Because people are constantly messaging us on Instagram and asking all these questions. And I figured people want to know more from us. So why not put it on a platform that's easily accessible, doesn't expire in 24 hours like an Instagram story does. And it's just a bit of fun.
I agree. I love talking. Do I shock you and catch you off guard sometimes?
Not anymore.
Really?
I've been with you for 6 years.
Should I tell you that someone messaged me today about potentially filming a reality show with us?
Really?
See, I catch you off guard still. Did I just catch you off guard?
No, because I've mentioned it to you, like, in passing, like, just jokingly a fair few times. Like, can you imagine our life as a reality TV show? It'd be amazing. Or, like, we should go on The Block. Or we should go on The Amazing Race.
That's legit something
or Big Brother.
that we're going to actually try and do. There's going to be...
We'll see.
Yeah, it depends. Like, Amazing Race, Survivor, all those kind of ones, G me up to the max. But, yeah, there's someone messaging me about that, so...
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. I think that's all I got. I got nothing else.
Well, I mean, this isn't like a proper episode. It's just a welcome.
So nothing more?
No, I think we're good for this episode.
All right.
Yeah, we will see you all next Friday. If you liked it and if you want our next episode to be purely about OnlyFans, give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Spotify channel. If you're not already following our socials, I will leave them in the description box below.
Is that on Spotify and YouTube?
On Spotify, it'll be in the little description of the channel.
There you go. Didn't even know that.
Yes.
Learning as we go. Well, thank you, Isabelle.
Thank you, Jeremy.
It's a pleasure.
Always.
And we'll see you guys next episode. And if you subscribe and if you don't, well, thank you for joining us anyway. But we know you'll subscribe because there's some cool stuff coming up. Bye now.
Bye.